Hello, beautiful, beautiful angels, and welcome everybody. We are tuning in here from the beautiful sacred mountains of Charipo, Costa Rica, where I am home and
I am visiting.
You are visiting. Beautiful, and I just came all the way from Bali to be here and sharing space and time together. What an honor. So grateful. And today we're going to talk a little bit about the black rose, as the black rose is truly on the altar of our upcoming New Earth Priestess training, which is, yes, in April in Oaxaca, Mexico, and we're so excited about it. And the black rose yesterday, while we were sitting on the rock in the river, a beautiful butterfly came forward and forth, and it reminded us of the importance of this altar piece of the black rose as a guide on our path, as a guide for this journey specifically, for the New Earth Priestess training journey specifically. And so we want to share more about that and then weave it through talking a little bit more about the training itself. So
it's really one of the holding energies of our whole experience, our whole journey, the gathering that we'll have together. And we feel it's one of the key elements and energies that also supports the birth of a new paradigm, which is what we'll be talking about. But before we go into the black rose, let's start with a prayer.
So if you're tuning in even just now for a moment, inviting you to close your eyes, bring your hands to your heart center. Let me take a moment together to pray. Dear Great Mother, dear Great Father, thank you. Blessed be. Thank you for this life, for this breath, for this moment, for this opportunity to still the mind, still the body, and be here in gratitude, connected to the spark, the sparkle within our hearts, to say thank you, to appreciate what is, to give thanks. We thank you for the abundance that we are alive, that we get to share space together in sisterhood, and you in your sphere of your reality. Thank you to the earth that nourishes us, the sun that kisses us, to the grace of family, tribe, community. We say thank you for this opportunity for a breath and yet another breath.
Great Mother, Great Father, we hear the calling of the earth. We hear a calling for rebirth, for making space for something new to be born through humanity, a new paradigm, a new way of living together, of being together. We are stepping into the age of visionaries, the age of change, the age of a return back to the womb of the mother, back to the womb of creation, back to the fertile soil of who we truly are. May we make this return back in a graceful way, in an easeful way, in a peaceful way. May we feel that we are supported every step of the way. May we listen deeply to our own voice, to the voice of the earth, to the voice of the heavens, as we move into a new era of creation, of co-creation, of a paradigm of abundance, of golden energy, of possibility for rebirth and possibility for a return to love. Hawin, Amin.
Aho.
Thank you.
So beautiful. Wow. Thank you for joining us in prayer.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. It's so beautiful to pray, and it's even more beautiful to pray together. So thank you for sharing in this temple space together and praying together, and thank all of you right now for just joining in for this short prayer that I feel like we're actually complete. We just have to come on here and pray together. Because
true.
it's just, yeah, I feel honored that we get to share our practice, and I feel that's actually what we are here to be doing, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Someone says, I needed this today. Bless you. Thank you for being here. So let us move into what we really want to share, besides the prayer, is about the energy of the black rose, which for both of us has been such a pillar of our work. And it is really on the altar alongside the white lion of our upcoming New Earth Priestess training. And so a lot of you have been coming to us saying, hey, I've been dreaming with the vision of the black rose.
Yes, many people.
And it's like, what does that mean? And I feel so excited that we get to share at least our experience of what the emergence of this energy is to us, and what it is in context of the training, and what it symbolizes in context of our training.
Yeah, and how she shows up as a master teacher, really.
So why don't you go ahead and share the essence to you of the black rose?
So for me, the black rose is really an invitation for a return to the mother, a return to our inner depths. It's deep alchemy. It's the capacity to meet ourselves in our depths, in all of our dimensions, to not go out of the way of any experience that life presents us, to really meet everything with the same amount of grace, with the same amount of commitment. The black rose for me is a capacity to completely surrender to the flow of life in a devotional way, in a way where we hold complete faith in our own capacity to move through any difficulty, any experience of grace as well, and to hold it all with the same quality of depth, of presence, of full presence in the present moment. And it's a teacher that really teaches us to surrender. Whenever we have a difficulty, to let go of something, to trust our inner instincts, to trust our heart. When the mind starts playing up, the black rose is there to help us move out of the mind, move through the inner blocks that we have, the inner walls that keep us from really fully following our voice and doing what we feel is right and doing what we know is right for us. It just eliminates these inner voices to make way for grace, to make way for the presence of the spirit within us.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, it's so big. Even the energy when you talk about it, it's big.
It's vast.
It's vast. It's powerful, and an experience. So I'm going to talk two parts here of the rose. One, really, its relationship to the embodiment of the goddess Isis.
Yes.
And the other one is a very powerful experience I had not that long ago, last July, when I was in Colombia with my teachers in the jungle with the taitas, the shamans. And I remember one evening in deep in prayer, deep with the medicine of Yahé, feeling the power and the force of the medicine, and all of a sudden the black rose began to awaken within me, like profoundly, so beautifully, visually. And I got to meet her, and she came as such a master teacher with so much strength and firmness. I think firm is probably one of the overlying words of her, this firmness and gentleness and grace. And she came forward and she spoke and she said, I am the voice of the earth. Let me be the spokesperson of all that is held in the womb of Pachamama. Let me speak for her. And I speak for her. And it is time for the resurrection of my voice right now, to speak of her in a moment where there's so much disconnection, so many people disconnected to where we come from, that we are one organism with the earth herself. And she spoke and she said, it's time to be remembered. It's time for the earth to have a voice, and let me be that voice. And from the soil and from my roots, let me project that forward, and let me connect up into the heavens and bring down also the galactic nature of the I am. I am both star nation and earth nation, the terrestrial and the celestial. And in the middle we can meet, and in the middle we create harmony. And you are me. Each one of us, every single person here, if you're listening and tuning in, we are the black rose. We are the bridge. We are the bridge, bridging heaven and earth, bridging the divine into form. And now more than ever, the spiritual heart is finding voice. The rose is finding voice in this life, in this walk. We are here to be heart-centered being and connect from a space of emotion, of feeling, of sense, of the heart. And we get to be taught that through so many beautiful allies and teachers and way showers. And the rose comes forward to remind us that we have a compass here. And she reminds us that we are not just of the earth, we are also from the stars. And we are not just from the stars, we are also from the earth. And we get to walk a beautiful, delicate, divine line. We are these hybrid beings creating a masterpiece on this planet Earth right now through our walk, through our creation. So here we have the infinity above, which is the creation to the divine, the connection to the divine. We have the infinity to the bottom, which is our earthly roots. And then we have the star in our hearts, the rose in our hearts, which is our creative expression. And that is truly why we are here. And that is the support, the energetic support we receive from the black rose. She says, yes, remember, reclaim, embody, integrate all of who you are, and then translate that into the way you show up in life. How are you showing up in life? What is your expression? And if it is pure, if you are listening, if you are in flow, if it's coming from the creative nod of the angels, then we are making the world a better place. We are shifting into the dimension of the heart. We are shifting into creating unconditional love as frequency into form. I could keep rambling, but that is the black rose in her teaching. She is the bridge, and she is at the altar of our work together, at the altar of our training coming up. She is there teaching us to masterfully walk in both worlds. Light workers, connected. Yes, we're connected, and there's the rest of the humanity who is also coming on board with us to make the shift into the next dimension. It takes all of us to get there. Doesn't mean we are responsible, doesn't mean there's a weight, but it means, hey, let us know and be rooted in the ascended body we are, and how can we be of service to awaken the hearts of all the other beings in the world.
It's really all about that. Occupying the space that is ours, occupying the in-between space, but finding we all have a unique space to occupy in the world, and it's important that at this moment in time we all find that space and we claim it, and we take responsibility for what is asked for us. And that is what will allow this new paradigm to be birthed. And the black rose supports in that, in the way that it holds the wisdom of the Divine Mother. The Divine Mother knows when it is time to let go of some of the aspects of our lives, of some of our patterns, of some of the things that have been in our lives maybe for a long time, to make way for the new, to make way for rebirth. And sometimes we can have difficulty letting go of some things, and then the black rose appears and helps us to step into that death portal, and through that to step into a portal of birth and rebirth. So that is really also the wisdom of the black rose. When are we in a cycle of letting go? When are we in a cycle of allowing to be born? And this year, as we are a number 9 year, we are in both simultaneously. We are in the death portal and we are in the rebirth portal. So it'll be super important at this time in this year to really see within ourselves, to look at our lives, what are the aspects that we need to let go of, and what needs to be born, what needs to be nourished, what needs tending to. And the black rose helps us see that really, really clearly. And for me, she has literally shown up in my life a couple of times when I've had to let go of something that was really deeply anchored within my life. And that was hard to let go of. And she showed up to help me mourn, help me let go, help me go through that process and through that step into a new portal of birth and of being.
Thank you. It's so vast, the energy. Maybe you feel it, but it's like so beautiful. It's divinity embodied. It's love embodied.
It's love. It's the grace of the Divine Mother.
Love to just, transition into kind of the last piece of this, which I feel is the Black Rose and her showing up in April when we gather with beautiful priestesses from around the world in Mexico for 1 month. For a 1 month immersion. It's truly such a powerful geometry and template that is landing, a council of priestesses coming together to support, refine, and be seen in our priestessship, oracularship, museship, and establish that field, not just in our local field, but in the collective field, for the value and honoring of Oracle to be honored again. And the word initiation is coming super strong because this is a journey of remembering our terrestrial, our earth nature, our ancestry, our blood, our genes, our codes, everything that makes us up. And it's a journey of remembering our celestial nature, our place from the stars, from the Pleiades, from the Syrian star system, from the star nations. And it's remembering all of that, landing it, unlocking it, opening it, shining light upon it, and integrating it. And this journey takes us through initiations to rise, to die and rise again in the fullness of our embodied self, who we are truly meant to be and show up with as in this lifetime. Our dharma, to walk our destiny. And we right now are being called forward to summon the remembrance of our entirety, of our wholeness, so that we can show up in that fullness, so that we can be a field of love, so we can hold the field of love for the rest of humanity.
To remember that we are part of the planet, we are part of this earth, and we need to take care of her. And she is sending very clear messages on how to move forward in these coming times that will be challenging, but also full of possibility. And if we have the capacity to listen, to deeply listen to what the trees are telling us, the rocks, the plants, the soil, the rivers, then we will have no problem moving through all the changes that are being presented to us. But we have to take the time, and this is really an honoring of temple space, of temple consciousness that we are creating together, to listen to what is needed and what is our specific role to play in that, and to reactivate our inner tree of life, our inner tree of light, to bring forgotten parts of ourselves back online to serve this next phase of humanity. It is all happening now. The earth is giving very clear signals. We have stepped into the age of Aquarius. It's an age where everything will be reinvented, and we can go in very different directions. And it's up to all of us really who feel the call to step up and claim the space that is ours in humility, in surrender, in devotion to life and to the life force and the wisdom that is coming from the planet that we live on.
So, blessed beings, thank you to be with us today.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. If you are interested to learn more about our upcoming training in April, you can private message me, newearthpriestesstraining.com, also for more information. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for joining us. And I would love to close with another prayer, as that feels so welcomed right now. So if you are tuned in, if you have been listening, we invite you again to take a moment of quietude, to close your eyes and take a deep breath and let all these words just land. Let this moment land with you. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart in prayer how you wish. Dear Great Mother, dear Great Father, we thank you. Thank you, life. Thank you, life. Thank you to the meeting of heaven and earth, where within the spark of creation ignites and flows like a melody through us, through these vessels and instruments that we all are, vessels of divine love, instruments of peace. We thank for the opportunity to be that, for the opportunity to remember that nature of who and what we are, and to openly allow the music, the symphony, the orchestra, the angelic voices to flow through us into whatever way we are inspired to serve. Thank you. We thank life in the waters, the rivers, the oceans, the land, the dirt, the soils, the plants, the trees, the flowers, the fruits. We thank life, the minerals, the insects, the animal kingdom. We thank all of life, every breath, every pulse, every quiver of an atom that exists within everything.
May the Black Rose support us in these coming times. May she teach us how to surrender, how to let go, how to go with the flow of life, how to courageously listen to our hearts instead of our minds, how to listen to that which is most alive within us, that which wishes to be born from us. May we be courageous enough to step into the new, to take the leap and create from the vision of our hearts, from the wisdom of our hearts, and not be limited by any patterns, by any paradigm, by any thought structure. May we think big, may we amplify the wisdom of the heart, for big vision is needed for the times to come. And an open heart can hold this vision, can hold a vision for rebirth and a return to love. May our hearts open. May the Black Rose support us with that. Awen, Amin.
And with this frequency, let us pray and offer our prayer to all the people and beings out there who may need a prayer right now. May we offer this love. Thank you all for being here. Thank you.